Yeah, call you nigga, hit you in the chest. They'll do this, that, and the third. But as soon as you whoop off on one of their ass, you know.
Man, you the bad guy now.
Now you the bad guy. I got to call the law on your ass. Cause hold on. That motherfucker hit me.
You really look bad too, Jim.
Right.
Like, nigga. First of all, if you was dead, you would understand what I'm doing, yo. This nigga put that shit in my face.
I'm like, oh, this motherfucker hands. And I'm like, all the motherfuckers you want to put hands on, motherfucker, you want me? Oh, what the fuck you was trying to prove?
You said me.
But you didn't prove it. I'm gonna fight you, motherfucker, back then.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. People get when they was 15, 16 years old, you realize that people are getting, like she said, her folks are all in KKK and all that shit. So they used to that.
Yeah, and that's how they raise them. But they think, you know, they think because of their skin tone or whatever, they supposed to intimidate a motherfucker. But you know, you try to intimidate the wrong motherfuckers and you get your ass whooped. And that was probably happened to that little girl in that video. She probably, you know, you black bitch, they ain't do shit to me.
Yeah.
One of them whooped your ass.
ASAP at that.
Yeah. Now we don't, you know, like when I was young, we didn't go looking to beat up white people except around in the school. They had to deal with us around Martin Luther King Day, and that time of year they showed Roots.
True. Man, I used to love Roots though, bro. I don't know why. I used to watch that shit over and over again. Luckily, if my son hasn't seen it yet, I'm gonna sit down and watch it with him as soon as possible.
Not that new Roots.
I think he's too. He just turned 11 though, so it's a little. It's better now. It's time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At first, it wasn't. He wouldn't pay. He would probably forgot he watched that shit if it was 9, 8 years old.
I gotta give a shout out to my man Boo if he out there looking tonight, because he was one of the main motherfucking instigators of them Roots ass whoopings we used to lay out back in the day.
Roots.
Hey, when that miniseries come on, for that motherfucker that week, white people hated to come to motherfucking school. Especially after what they did when they beat Kuiter and made him change his name. They changed his name to Toby. And you know, I'm still fucked up what you did to Kizzy. But that week they oh my God, they hated us.
Why
was y'all back there fighting? Motherfucker, you knew Roots was on last night.
Oh man, I used to watch that joint faithfully, bro. And you remember when we was little that it used to come in parts, like you said, different parts.
It was a whole week.
Yeah, shit was like that.
Miniseries. It was one of the first.
But you're right. I'm watching my son, right?
Yeah,
matter of fact,
it's about that time.
This weekend I'm gonna watch. We're gonna sit our ass down. He don't like sitting down too long.
Like
unplug that
6, 7
phone.
hours.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that joint.
That motherfucker long as
I'm gonna have to hit him with the, all right, we're gonna watch it tonight, and then next Sunday we're gonna watch it again.
And look, those of y'all out there, don't watch that new Root shit.
No, I ain't talking about that bullshit.
That's some shit. Y'all gotta get the original. The original with motherfucking LeVar Burton and John Amos and everybody was in that joint. But that was the original story of. And it's a true story.
Excuse me.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte!
Yeah, that was my joint though. Like,
yeah.
That joint, Color Purple. Oh, damn, that one I'm gonna watch my son too.
Oh, Color Purple.
And some of those joints touch you. It remind you of how we live as black people. It'd be
Time to Kill.
It'd be like, damn,
Mississippi Burning.
That shit's fucked up.
All that shit.
Hell yeah. What was the joint? Django Unchained. You seen that?
Django Unchained.
When the bitch was out in the sun, they had that bitch under the ground and shit.
Hell
like,
yeah.
That shit, I want to fuck everybody up after I watch that
did shit like that.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But you know, but on for real though, you know, that's the type of shit that they trying to take out of schools. Because you know, at one point they would show, you know, in some classrooms doing history, Black History Month, they would actually show Roots that week or one week. And that's the type of shit.
Like Sancho's in Florida, he taking all that out.
Yeah, they trying to ban all of that. So kids these days
never even know that exists.
You know, yeah. You're like, what is that? And they try to make it seem like it's irrelevant. And that's a damn lie, because you know what was going on there is still relevant today. It might be done in a different way, but they don't want you to see the origins of that shit, and it's a way for them to whitewash history and make history as
That's fucked up.
they want to tell it, where they can erase certain
Me
shit.
personally, I appreciated like that whole month that they do all schools. They label everything white, black only, everything. Live that life when you go to school too. You could really feel what happened during that time. You're not gonna actually feel it because it was consequences if they drunk out the white joint. You know what I'm saying? But
like a severe
yeah,
or ass whooping.
but you can understand it if you come to school like you're in 9th grade. You come to school, you can't drink out of this water fountain, right?
Yeah.
It says white only. You get to understand that, even though it's no consequences like it was back then.
I mean,
You'll get fucked
teach
up
it.
if you drink out of white motherfucking joint.
But see, this is the thing. Teach it as it really was and tell it like it was.
That's what I wish they do.
And you can put that knowledge in the kids, both white, black,
Especially
and
white. It's
yeah.
really important for them to understand.
right. Because look, from those days, the days of slavery on through segregation and Jim Crow and all of that stuff, we have in this country came a long way. Got a long way to go, but we came a long way, and a lot of things have been forgiven, haven't been forgotten, but they have been forgiven because you can't move on to the next step until you have some type of forgiveness. But you can't sit there and one group remembers this and the other group tries to whitewash it and say that was a damn lie. No, you can't. You know, it's still people alive today that remember the dogs and the hoses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still people in their 80s and 90s and 100s that still remember Jim Crow and people being lynched and hung from trees, and black dude or go to the store and you don't ever see him no damn more, and black women being raped and all of this shit and nothing being done about it. So it's people that still remember that type of shit and have lived through that type of shit. So and no matter how much Ron DeSantis and all these other people want to try to erase it, whitewash it, cover it up, whatever the fuck, it still happened. And it needs to be taught.
That's why we do this podcast, first of all.
Right.
Because we black and we black and proud. You know what I'm saying? So, and we, that's why we here, so we can point out shit like this. Racist pigs that's all over America. All the motherfucking institutions we point out. Schools we point out. Politicians we point them out. We point out all the racist bigots. All the whistles, dog whistles. We point them out for you. You know what I'm saying? You can make a decision after that, right?
Yeah, you do what you want to do.
Now,
I have the brothers thing. Say, it's your thing.
You know?
Do what you want to do.
Now, the A's, everybody know the A's in the baseball league, right?
No,
they got a motherfucker announcer. Now, he been doing this announcing for years and years, right? And him and I guess somebody else was on the joint, so they sitting there talking normal casual. So I noticed down that people don't want to just talk motherfucking just the sports no more. They want to act like they're podcasters. Hey, you know what? I had turkey this weekend, me and my wife. Yeah. No, that's not what you supposed to be doing, bro. What are you doing? It was now the Bengals picked up who again? Go back to that. Fuck wrong with you, bro? When they started that, they joined it now. That's what happened to someone named, damn, I forgot his name. Let me get his name
together. Glen Kuiter, or whatever the fuck the thing.
Can we say
Kuiter?
Yeah. Kuiter. Now, national test, as you can see, NBC, national. He sits there and have a conversation with Main Man before the joint starts and tell him how happy he is. That everything they did this weekend was so lovely, so beautiful. What would Trump always say? Beautiful. Everything was beautiful.
It was fabulous. It was awesome.
Everything was
greatest
beautiful.
Fucking thing we ever seen
And
in
and then something happened. And then this happened.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum, and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Oh my God.
One more time.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Now,
We had a
okay, this is what I want to get from you. What do you do with that? Now, he been suspended. I think he been fired. Damn.
He been fired.
What you think? What you think?
It was about one go. Yeah. What I think is, Will, look at if you listen to it, and you listen to it with a trained ear, you know that wasn't no slip of the tongue. He been saying it like that for the longest time because it rolled off too smooth. I said, man, we went to the nigger league. Right. And you know, when white people say, you know, they enunciate, they don't, you know, a person who don't use it will slip up and it'll be the nigger league. This nigga nigger league.
What made him say that though?
Because you can tell by the way he said it and the way that it rolls off his tongue that that's how he has been referring to the Negro League Museum in that fashion for the longest time.
Exactly.
That is nothing new.
He wasn't calling it Negro League.
Right.
He been calling it the Nigger League.
He been calling it the
for
Nigger
years.
League. He been calling it the Nigger League. That's why I say you have to listen to it with a trained ear. It rolled off his tongue too smooth, and he said it too casual. As you know, anybody, especially white people, when white people slip up and say something that's offensive, the motherfuckers turn red. And like when white people, even when white people cuss, it's this. If they ain't been doing it, it sounds different. Motherfucker, you ain't shit. You cocksucker. And the way he said it, you can tell that ain't the first time he referred to the Negro League Museum as the Nigger League. And
That's
the Nigger League.
Crazy.
Because it was too smooth and he was sitting there and he was like casual with that shit. It wasn't like, you know, either he planned to say it or he said it and he practiced it or he been saying it like that for the longest time. And it's just that something.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Come on.
And my problem is the nigga that was sitting beside him never flinched, never thought about, oh, wait a minute, did he say nigga? None of that came to his mind. It was just, yeah. We had fun. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because
it never flinched on him. He never thought about it.
Because he went to the Nigger League Museum with him.
Exactly. And he went with him. And they both called it Nigger League.
And he's sitting there now. And you sitting there because you see he was a little stunned there for a minute, like, this motherfucker actually said this. And he didn't catch himself. That was the fucking problem. He knew he done said it so much that it's natural for him to say it like that, him to use that word, and then he got there and it probably wasn't nobody black near him at the time to make him aware and to be conscious of what the fuck he was saying.
Exactly.
That's all. And that shit just rolled off his tongue.
And courtesy of TMZ Sports, this is his statement. I could not be more sorry and horrified by what I said. He also added that he apologized and hoped that you would accept his sincere apologies.
We ain't accepting shit.
Bro, my thing is, like you said, it's just something that we know now that's what you've been saying all this time.
Yeah, you can tell. You know, it's like
you say, it was fired too.
Like,
man, you fired though?
Yeah, hell yeah. Howard Cosell was fired his ass too. And Howard Cosell didn't say nigga. He just called Alvin Garrett a monkey.
I don't know if that's firing. I don't know.
Howard did it that night.
We can't say don't fire him and then let the Jews fire everybody. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with us? Okay. You fired then, motherfucker. You said some dumb shit about black people? Fire. Just like motherfucking Jews do then.
But see, ever since OJ OJ rubbed out them two people, and that Mark Furman shit. That word, it was already toxic, but now the word is just, oh my God! And the white girl was up there. And they called black people the N-word. Bitch, say it like it is. Say it like you mean it, or Kevin Hart, say it to your chest. Call them niggas. Man. And now all of a sudden you can't say nigga. Well, all through the 70s and 80s. You could turn on a motherfucking TV show, nigga this and nigga that, nigga this and nigga that. OJ done killed two people, and Mark Furman called him a nigga. You got to fire your ass. That's when it started.
Yeah, I don't know. Firing is, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the fact it was swift motherfucking joint.
Oh, swift justice.
Just like y'all do with the
Swift
Jays.
justice.
Them Jays get all the things. They fire everybody. So we gonna fire some people too. Fuck that. You say nigga, bye.
But they would have ended up firing him anyway, because once the video got out, it would have been an outrage. So no doubt about that. And it'd have been an outrage, and they would have been like, we got to fire this mofo anyway. But he wasn't conscious of what the fuck he was saying. Mm. And it's just like when we be on here, like it's times I try to catch myself on what I be saying in the language I be using, but a lot of times motherfuckers slip out, that slip out, all kind of words come out that when you use them so much, you don't really realize and you're using them because it's second nature.
It's like his motherfucking George Jefferson would say hunky. That's his normal thing. Yeah. He always say it. So when it slip out, it's like, okay, nigga, that's what you always say.
You've been hunky-fine. You've been hunkying up motherfuckers.
You always say hunky, don't you?
Yeah. And it wasn't only the Tom Willis.
That was a funny joint, the hunky joint. I used to laugh like shit when he say, you jive. He didn't say first turkey. He be, get out of here, hunky. And take your hunky wife with you. What he say? Hunky lover. That nigga is wild as shit when you go back and think about it. George Jefferson was crazy, bro. Him and motherfucking Sanford and Son. These two motherfucking shows, like, they give it to you black. Good times too, bro. They give it to you. It'd be black, really black.
After James died, Good Times was really weak.
Oh, in general, Good Times is just, that's hood. Them motherfuckers in the motherfucking ghetto for real.
Yeah, though, but
who has a pop? Niggas coming in robbing their ass.
Yeah, but the thing about it, that was a lot. That was why James and then John Amos and eventually what's her name? Esther Rose had left the series, because it was like, yeah, we in the motherfucking ghetto, but we, in the beginning, we was dealing with real life issues and shit. Yeah, then as it moved on and shit, and then the motherfucker who used to write, one of the writers is a dude who played Lionel on the Jeffersons. He left. He came to say he was ashamed of the show, writing for the show, because of the shit in the later years that they was doing.
Like the lane, when it started getting lame?
Yeah, it was like
when you start feeling like white people writing this now.
Yeah, like this episode about the CD, and it was like just some shit was just dumb.
Everybody stopped liking it. I think that last season they stopped faking like Bob was someone fucking way else or some bullshit.
All kind of shit, like, and then they brought in, but
that's so stupid.
And see, I get it, because that was a time them shows came on in a time then black exploitation film was big. And think about black exploitation film, the black people that were pushing them films allowed them to keep it real, because that was money. You know, there was really black money. And crazy. You know, you still should have did the shit. You still could have did the shit on TV. You know, you kept Archie Bunker, a really, really real racist from the
Yes,
beginning to
he
the end,
is.
you know, and
I've never looked at him the same. I don't know if that was. I'm at the point where I don't know if he was acting or not. He's a fucking bigot to me. I
He played
don't
so
know, give a
good.
fuck what role he plays from this point on. He's a racist pig to me.
don't know.
He symbolizes piggery.
I don't know, he married a black woman.
No, we talking about motherfucking this pig ass nigga.
Yeah,
Like you said, he might get act good,
he might get out.
but I look at him as that pig now. You know? He's
Yeah.
a pig.
Yeah, and
His son was liberal. He couldn't stand his fucking
meathead.
yeah, because he was liberal and shit. Black people, hell no, don't come in here. I remember motherfucker. I don't know if you remember the episode when that nigga was robbing. Lionel was one of the motherfuckers in there too. He's fucking some young kids robbing, and Lionel from the motherfucking San Francisco was one of the kids. It was funny as shit.
Yeah,
And the mother was like, "Man, we done ran into a real life big gut."
I know that was Cleveland Little.
That joke is funny as shit. He's like, "What? That's a big got." We done ran into the house of a big got. Damn.
Yeah, that was
He called it.
I remember that. That was Cleveland.
He said a real life genuine.
We
big
done ran
got.
into a real life genuine big got. I remember that.
It was funny. And at the end, what'd he do? Give him his shit back, right?
Mhm.
Because his wife sung these niggas a song, and this bitch is a real a person that care about people. And once niggas noticed that, he was like, "Man, I can't fuck with
The Edith was just the sweetest.
you." Yeah, it was just like, it's hard not to like her.
So
Even though she was
sweet.
white, it was like, damn.
You just had to love.
You got a dumbass husband, but you okay.
And that dumbass, that dingy ass, dingbat daughter.
Anybody know what we talking about? You check out All in the
All
Family,
in the Family.
even though that's before your time. Check it out
Yeah.
anyway, because
Which was a number one show in America.
and another reason is
You know
check
what
it out
number two
because
was?
you get to watch a white person. That right there was a white person in the
Yeah.
70s, right there. He was it, right? You get to watch that, and then the spinoff was Jefferson's too, off of that joint. So you really get to watch that.
Yeah.
Just watch All in the Family, man, as a black person,
Look,
because even though they white,
All in the Family.
they give you that feeling of that Trump person in the 70s.
Oh yeah. If you to bring motherfucking Archie All in the Family, you know, like how they remaking old shows, and you bring back All in the Family, he would definitely be a Trump lover. And it would once again be the number one motherfucking show in America. That joint was number one, and you know what number two was?
What?
My motherfucking man, Freddie G.
Oh yeah.
San Francisco was number. They was 1 and 2 in the ratings.
Most definitely.
Even though I think San Francisco better.
Now, something we definitely do, because we, like we said earlier, we love to be black. Proud to be black.
Something like that.
Don't let out. But this week, new black ladies. At the end of the year, we had the Black Lady of the Year. You know what I'm saying, dog? So anybody that just following our podcast, you know what I'm saying, dog? We appreciate y'all a whole lot. Don't forget Facebook. We on there. Follow us on there ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to us, YouTube. It helps us grow. You know what I'm saying, dog? The political view from the hood. You know? Like I said, bro. The Black Lady. You want to take over this?
I'll take over.
Of the month.
Cold butter. Yeah, you feel me? The cold butter. Black Lady of the Week is good old Kristen Welker from NBC News, who I believe in September will be taking over for Chuck Todd as the host and moderator of Meet the Press.
For real?
That's why she's the Black Lady of the Week.
Wait. You talking about okay. Meet the Press, right?
Meet the Press.
Are you saying
Chuck Todd is leaving.
uh-huh.
Chuck Todd is leaving in September.
So what are you doing?
He said he's going to do other things. He's still going to be at NBC, but he's doing other things like documentaries and specials and shit
So
like
he don't
that.
want to do Meet the Press.
He's not doing Meet the Press no more.
You mean to tell me that she about to do Meet the Press?
She is the first.
It's breaking news.
She thought that was going to dominate that woman for nothing. Sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna
But
like
yeah.
this though. With her on Meet the Press, I'm gonna like that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she will be taking over, and I mean, yeah, you had no black women. You had for the major Sunday talk shows, because you had Joy Reid on Sundays at one time. They bumped Al Sharpton down them early in the morning. And it wasn't nobody. So now we got a fresh black face.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching for a while. She started on when I seen her on MSNBC. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think she come in and she'd be like a person that just tell you straight the news and to leave. She don't give her opinion. That's what she was at first and shit. But she involved.
Yeah, she's right now she's the Capitol Hill correspondent.
That right there.
So
yeah.
she covers Congress for the network.
Yeah.
So she already there, but and she do cover the White House too. But she on Capitol Hill all the time.
I love her. She's one of the prettiest black women on TV.
So she know everybody, and her work is top notch. So you got to do nothing but congratulate her, and I look forward to seeing her on Meet the Press every Sunday.
Wow.
And she be.
Now, since I've been live, it was Tim Russell. He was the only motherfucker that ever done it. Right?
Tim Russell.
Then that's when Main Man took over.
No, Tim Russell, David Gregory.
Oh yeah, David Gregory was on there. I ain't like David Gregory though.
Nobody. That's how
he's one of the worst ones.
That's how Chuck Todd ended up getting.
Chuck Todd, I didn't think Chuck Todd was one that should have had it either. I didn't think he. That was it. Did.
I think they was group what they wanted to do, especially doing the David Gregory years. I think they was grooming Luke Russell for it, but as it got to a point where Luke said he just didn't want to do it. He just didn't want to be a news reporter. I think they would have liked for that to happen, and then end up with Chuck Todd had it for years. He got it now.
I ain't like Chuck Todd, man. He was never like Tim Russell was more hold somebody to the feet to the fire type person.
But see, that was the problem.
I ain't like him. He was more of a motherfucker that.
The problem was
didn't want to ruffle feathers and shit. I ain't like that.
They could run over Chuck Todd a little bit.
Exactly. Now you know what I'm saying.
David Gregory too.
He was trash. He was complete trash.
But see, Tim Russell wasn't happy. And see, the problem with it was you was trying to make everybody after Tim Russell, you was trying to make into Tim Russell because Tim Russell was the first one. He would ask you a question, you tell him a lie, and then he bring out that video on your ass. Oh, that's what you said? Well, hold up, motherfucker. You was on here last year, and you said this, that, and third. Let's go to the videotape. And he was blowing, and Tim Russell was blowing motherfuckers out the water. And then but that was his style because he was the first one who did it. And then everybody else started doing it, but couldn't nobody do it like Tim Russell. And I think now, when she come on, when she take over in September, I think you're still gonna get a lot of that because everybody does it. But I think you're gonna get another style. I think she gonna kill them with kindness. Just straight fuck them up.
Oh no. I'm curious to see how that looks with her there. That's gonna be completely different for sure.
Yeah.
And like it says right here, she's a DC correspondent. Yeah, of course. She do weekends. She was anchoring weekends today, and once she started going on to Today's show, that's what I think that's what blew her up for real because she was always on MSNBC a lot.
Yeah, she been there.
Always pressed for her to get her own show. Be like, man, y'all getting all these motherfucking shows. I want her to have her show. You know what I'm saying? That so I can see more of her. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll bring her in for like 2-3 minutes for her to say some shit about the White House shit. Then she gone. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's kind of, and it's in a good time too because it's about to be election season, and she's gonna be prominent. You gonna see her on all election coverage, and she gonna like be in the studio and shit. She's not gonna be like she is standing outside of Capitol Hill, or standing in the atrium or outside the White House or whatever. You gonna see her. She gonna be the one that really start getting them big interviews with the candidates. You know, when it's time to, for all of them going to meet the press as they do on all the Sunday shows. But Meet the Press being the godfather.
So she started to Meet the Press in September.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't wait. She's from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's 46 years old. Harvard University. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
NBC News since 2016 to now. She has no party affiliation. She's not a Democrat or Republican. Although she has donated to the Democrats. So that puts it there for us.
She's definitely
But she's not registered anything. That's for
so they can't come out. They can't come at her as they'll do what they call a left-wing journalist or whatever. She a leftist or whatever because of the fact she worked for NBC.
Yeah.
So.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And then she had a motherfucking debate with Trump and motherfucking Biden. She did a good ass job. And even motherfucking Trump was like, I gotta agree with you. You doing a good job right now. I can't.
Oh yeah.
I can't
She might get to moderate a debate this cycle.
But you know how a motherfucker be like, you nasty and all that shit Trump I do. He couldn't do that with her. So he was like, man, you doing a good job. I gotta admit. You know what I'm saying? But later on after the debate, he was like, she was some shit.
he might try it.
That's how you do that and shit. After the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait for the debates.
All right, so her father was an engineer, her mother was a real estate agent and shit. You know what I'm saying? All this in she went to Germantown Friends School. Never heard of that. That's in Philadelphia anyway, though. Then she went to Harvard. Right. She went to Harvard after that with a bachelor's in arts, which is cool too. You know what I'm saying? But she had started when she started MSNBC. She haven't worked with nobody else though. And she been everybody would recognize her on the Today Show.
Yeah,
she been on in that joint too a lot. She started there 2 years ago. So, but she was always on MSNBC, which is more of a political channel than the NBC. Everybody gotta understand it's different joints. MSNBC is strictly all politics all day.
Cable news.
Yeah, and the rest of the news is different, where they go into details of certain things. They break down stories and stuff like that. So it's just different. But MSNBC, she was a White House briefing. She would do the White House stuff. That's why I said she do all that stuff all the time. I used to see her all the time.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to our Capitol Hill correspondent.
Yeah. So she put in the work though. You gotta give her credit for that. She damn sure put in the work. She should be what she is, but Meet the Press that's a high motherfucking bar for her as to be sitting on for sure.
I mean, yeah. Well, the Stephanopoulos can go from working for Bill Clinton.
He's some trash
to be a host, moderator this week, and then you got who the hell? You got a woman on damn it, on CBS on Face the Nation. The woman is doing what's her name?
Face the Nation. Some of the old lady.
That woman on CBS.
With the blue eyes. I think so. She was on MSNBC. I should be pressed like shit for her to get her own show, and she moved to CBS. Now they got her all over CBS now. So that was a good move for her.
So basically on Sundays now you got two on the networks. You got two women, and it's a woman who hosting Fox News Sunday. I think that's a woman.
Not sure. No, any black girl. She's terrible.
And who that? I hope they talking about that dumbass her.
She the worst shit.
Harris Faulkner.
Terrible.
The one that looked like an alien. The one that said she got put out the restaurant for praying over her food, but she won't name who the restaurant is.
Our shots I would go to MSNBC correspondent about to go to motherfucking Meet the Press on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Black lady. You can't tell it's a black lady on Meet the Press before. Nope. Even though her motherfucking husband white, I'm gonna let this slide for the night. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's gonna give me a headache. But I appreciate the first black lady be on Meet the Press for sure.
Margaret Brennan, I think that's her fucking
and she
name.
worked hard to get there, so I appreciate her.
Yeah, Margaret Brennan, that's her damn name. I knew it come to. Let's just check and see if I'm right.
So everybody check her out and Meet the Press real soon, 23rd, coming up. You know what I'm saying? October 23rd, September 23rd for sure. Check her out. Todd is out. The black lady is in.
Yeah, Margaret Brennan. Well,
now the motherfucking presidential races heating up. We got a lot of people jumping in, out, out. Even got motherfucking Christie in there on the Republican side. Now, when we announce this stuff, we're gonna keep things on teams. Republicans now have Christie added onto it. Doug Christie, right? We got Pence about to get in. Which I thought he already did.
That's another. I told y'all so much.
I thought he was already in.
No, he wasn't in. You kept telling me he ain't never gonna get in. He ain't gonna get in.
Pence?
I kept telling you, Pence is running. Pence is running. Christie running.
And on the Democrat side, we got Tim Scott.
Your boy who you say is gonna shock the world.
Tim Scott, yeah.
And we got this mofo.
And on the Democratic side, we got people jumping into now.
Not running as a Democrat.
But he's not going to run. He's not going to lean as a Republican either.
Nah, he's running third party.
All right. Again, when they do this, let's explain this for a minute. When they run independent, right? People think that that's real simple. If you're not in a major party, you already started from. You don't want to really run for president. To be honest with you. He's not even a big because he in there.
He ain't even going.
Like, come no fuck on.
He ain't even gonna be in long.
Now, he could have easily ran as a Democrat, right? But he didn't. He chose to be. He chose to be like motherfucking what's that old motherfucker?
He tried to be like Ross Perot.
And the other motherfucker that fucked it up last time. Wouldn't switch to Democrat. He kept asking, "You gonna be a Democrat?" The old nigga, Bernie. Like, bro,
yeah, Bernie ran as a Democrat though.
Never switches. He's still an independent.
No, he didn't. He still.
He just said he gonna caucus with him.
Well, he
what
ran
the fuck, nigga?
as a Democrat because he wouldn't have got. If he didn't run as a Democrat, he would have never got into the.
He never ran as a Democrat.
He ran on Democrats. He would have never got into debate.
He ran as caucusing with the Democrats.
Well, basically,
which means you lean Democrat with your policy.
Whatever, but he had to run as a
Democrat. They remember Hillary tried to make this nigga switch to Democrat. Like, why would y'all pick somebody that's not even a Democrat?
If he'd have ran as an independent, he'd have never got on the Democratic debate stage.
Who?
Bernie.
But he's not a Democrat.
He had to, when he ran, he filed. He filed as a Democrat.
Never.
That was the only way he would get on
never
the Democrat.
Did that.
I'm telling you,
he stayed independent all the way through.
Yeah, he probably still Democrat.
But he said when they put him on the fire, he said, "I'm a caucus with the Democrats," which means when they go into their debates about shit about different bills, he gonna go in there with them. That's bullshit.
With them.
Yeah,
but he had to do something because if he would have never, they would have never let his ass on that debate stage.
He could have made himself a Democrat. I'll be honest with you, if he was a pure Democrat, he could have stole some Hillary votes just by being a real Democrat. But by him just being an independent saying bullshit and being against gun violence, not against gun violence, but making more guns go into your motherfucking joint by voting for immunity and all that bullshit. It's like, bruh, I don't know what's you at. You really is an independent. Because you all over the place. And this nigga Cornell West, get him the fuck out of here, bro.
Man, Cornell
He
West,
wasting his fucking time.
Cornell West is.
First of all, he's a misleader. He's one of my top misleaders
that
ever in history, right? And then he's not gonna run as a Democrat. He's gonna run. He's gonna run as an independent and try to beat the Democrat up while he at it. That's that bullshit. Him and the old motherfucker that he was with him.
He gonna do the same
Bernie.
shit, right? He gonna do this. He gonna be a Bernie, a half of Bernie, half of
dumb shit.
He just going out there. He gonna try to dirty up everybody.
I really think if most of these people that's running for president don't want to be president, right? It's a motherfucking kickoff point where they run for president and they know that they quitting around this time, right? They're not really running to be president. They know it's a cutoff time where they just running just to get exposure, more book deals. You know what I'm saying? More chance to be maybe the Secretary of State. You know what I'm saying? Ways to be in the motherfucking government, high positions. If you just run for president, really.
Yeah, he look. It's a lot of black people that ain't feeling Cornell West. Cornell West and like Tavis Smiley too. A lot of people was turned off Tavis Smiley. And both of them just like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand it's your right and you can run for president if you want to, but what are you running for? You know?
That's what I mean. Like, why would you vote for somebody that's running for president just cause? Even if you got people coming to you and be like, run for president, we need you to run for president. That means you ain't really want to be president. They ask you, now you're just thinking about it now. It's like, we want people that want to aspire to be the president of the United States and do, you know what I'm saying? You don't want people that's hostages running for president or people that's running for president just to get exposure and might accidentally be in the fucking middle of the end or some bullshit like that. It's like
Donald Trump.
There's nobody running actually because, I don't care what nobody say, bro. When Clinton ran for president, that nigga wanted to be president, bro. Yeah. He wanted to do things for people ASAP. That's why he ran. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That guy agree with that. He only ran for that reason. George Bush, no. Just ran because there's no other Republican running, and he think he got the best chance to win it. The current Bush election. I'm talking about George Bush.
You talking about the father?
Nah, George Bush. The son. They talked him into running.
Nah, but the Bush family, I differ with that in a way because that whole family.
Think about
always,
it. He was the Texas
governor. He was a governor.
He didn't want to run. They had to twist his arm.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, give me somebody that actually been since they third grade want to be president, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like these niggas that you thinking you tapping on their shoulder. Hey, you know, I know you're doing that, but turn around for a minute. I want you to be president for a minute. Well, like, what the fuck?
Well, see, that's
who else? Obama too. Come think of it. He want to be president to do things.
Yeah, but that's what you get, and that's the byproduct of Trump running.
Oh my
Trump
God!
winning.
He never wanted to run to help
Trump
people.
was shocked that he won. He never
exactly. Now you getting into
it. The night that Trump won,
Trump was just running.
Shocked he won. He did not expect to win.
Exactly. It was just like, okay, now
it's just like when
I'm still in it, so I'm gonna keep going. Then
it's like when Jesse Ventura won the governorship of Minnesota. He didn't expect to win. It was that the vote was split in Minnesota. And it happened that he basically lucked up and won. But the byproduct of what you're getting with somebody like Trump running and winning is everybody and anybody think they can run.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody and anybody running ain't good. It ain't good for the people, it ain't good for the country. It ain't good for nobody. Because if you think this country got divided over Obama being in the White House and was divided even more by Trump being in the White House, imagine what would happen if Cornell West would happen to win the White House.
You gotta worry about that.
I know you ain't got to worry about that. He's not even gonna make it to primary season.
No.
Like I say, it's gonna come down.
Yeah, I remember. You say he's not gonna run as a Democrat, but
He run a third.
he's not gonna be like a person that's against abortion, right? He's not gonna be a person that want a wall for the border.
Nah,
so eventually he's gonna slide his ass in the Democratic Party and be like, I'm a caucus with the Democrats. Which is like, nigga, just run as a Democrat, and if you fall, you fail, whatever the fuck. Why are you running scared? To me, when they do that independent shit, they scared.
But see, the problem with that is you don't want, even though your ideas might align or whatever, or don't. Look, Trump wasn't a lifelong Republican. He ran as a Republican, won, and basically has destroyed the Republican Party. Yeah. And you don't want anybody that's gonna run and say, I'm running as a Democrat or whatever, because we fuck around and end up in the same predicament the Republican Party was. If you run as a third party, run as a fucking third party. You don't be coming around here. You ain't tripping. You know? What the fuck? How the fuck I do this?
I don't know. But like you saying, when you got all these people running for president, especially motherfucking Cornell West, some of these people just eliminated off the break.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have Trump and you're going to have motherfucking Biden at the end, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And see, what I always say, and you know, they bring it up every year, every election cycle. A big part of who people select is, who do you want to see in your living room every night?
You don't want to see.
You do not want America. Look, black people don't want to look at Cornel West, and you don't want to look at Cornel West and hear the shit that come out of Cornel West's mouth every night. It's like it's same with Trump. You don't want to. It's somebody you don't want in your living room. You know, because basically that's what
this nigga gonna be tripping. He like the other side of Trump. He be a fool.
Right. So that's a big issue, and that's the way he talking and shit that come out of his mouth. Talk about oligarchs and plutocrats and
oh my god,
make it plain, bro.
Not good at all.
Right. And see, until Trump, maybe Reagan not so much as Trump, but when you got a president, you know, even though you may not vote for him, you still in the end want to feel that that's the president of all people. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's like,
and
once you become president, you can't be I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican, because I understand you got values from your party, but some things you got compromise on, because now you the president is the country itself as a whole.
See, like I wasn't a Bush with a W, the second Bush. I wasn't a Bush fan at first, and wouldn't have voted for him. I wouldn't have voted for him neither time. But as you know, as he was president, I never got the feeling, you know, that he wasn't the president of all people. You know what I'm saying? Especially after 9/11 and going into Afghanistan. You might not agree with the war in Afghanistan and the war in Iraq and all this other shit, but you never got the feeling that he wasn't the president of the whole United States. You never got that feeling that even though I didn't vote for this man, that if I approached him, he wouldn't give a fuck about me.
We haven't had that many presidents like that, bro.
The only one you had like that was Trump. The only one you had like that was Trump. That Trump made it known that if you didn't vote for him, fuck you.
Oh yeah.
And see, I always use Obama as this example when they say, well, like a lot of people will get on Obama and say, well, Obama didn't do nothing for black people. Obama didn't do nothing for black people. Well, Obama did the one thing for black people that nobody else on this fucking planet could do. He showed you that you could be president, that you can run for president, you could actually win. If he didn't do nothing else for black people, he shows you that you can be a part of the system there and you can affect change if you fucking want to. But not, in the healthcare and all the other shit he did. But the one thing that white people was worried about Obama was, and that's where all the militant shit came from. All the he's a black national and we think he a Black Panther and he a Muslim and all this, because they thought that once Obama got into office, Obama wasn't going to be the president of the United States, of everybody. And when Obama got in there and showed you difference, that's how he got that motherfucking second term. Because if he'd have got in there and he'd only been the president of minorities or only been the president of black people and said, fuck everybody else, there's no way in hell he would have got in that joint the second time.
Hell no.
There's no way in hell. So when you get in there, you have to, it's partisan to get in there. You have to run as a Democrat. You have to run as a Republican. But once you get in there, all that shit's supposed to go out the window. But then you got a motherfucker like Trump who get up in there and tell you that if you didn't vote for me or you ain't contributed to my campaign, you kiss my ass.
We need a president to get in there, Republican or Democrat. Once they get in there, act like they not none of those no more. It's just like we don't have that though.
Nah.
We do appreciate everybody, man, to tune in our motherfucking podcast, man, this show. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever you get this joint from, just
wherever you get it.
Holler at your boys. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. We might sneak in at later dates, you know what I'm saying? But for sure, Tuesdays, we be in here for sure. You know what I'm saying? What is going on, man? It's a lot of activity happening.
Right.
What it do, Jay? Going on with you?
Yeah, what's going on?
Talking about a lot of things here. We got the racist pig out there saying niggas on air. The A's motherfucker.
Jay looking like the mystery commentator.
You know?
Oh yeah, my bad.
About that? Did you hear about that?
What's that?
Motherfucker A's commentator fired that bomb.
They went to the Nigga League Museum.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Nigga said, I went to the Niggas League.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of that going on, man. You just don't know.
The Niggas
That don't
League.
make no sense. Yeah, him talking about the Niggas League.
On live air.
And then
on the air.
He said the Niggas League. I've seen that. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing here?
But you ain't catch the nigga that was beside him didn't even flinch. He used to that. I think both of them say that shit. Like Tony said,
that's what
they were saying that shit to each other.
Hell yeah.
Let's go to the Niggas League.
Hey, look. I give you a step.
Go ahead.
I give you a step further. All the motherfucking bandits be saying that. Like, what's up with that nigga? What's up with that nigga that just did that RBI? What about that nigga in the outfield? What about that nigga on the infield? The nigga, the shortstop. Man, that motherfucking
There's
nigga.
an error on that nigga at third base.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, I put you like this. they talk to each other. People, you gotta think about it. People talk to each other like we talk to each other. We call ourselves nigga all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but nigga,
They say, you know,
but what you gotta realize, he trying to say the Negro League. First of all, if people don't understand, it's a Negro League. They still
he slipped
go in
it.
there and look at the history of the Negro League before. I mean, in baseball, before you know what I'm saying. And he's saying they went there, but instead of him saying Negro, he said niggas.
And that nigga,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Behind closed doors, they talk like that.
yeah, just like that motherfucker on Life. When the motherfucker came to see Get Right, and he from the nigga league.
A niggas league. Like, did you ever been to the niggas league? It was fun.
It's a lot of that. I'm trying to
But
tell you.
we would call it that. To be honest with you, some of us would call it that. But it's really good point, teaching point into motherfucking Black history in baseball too. For them to go there, if he would have said it right, it'd been a good thing.
But he fucked that up.
Yeah, he did.
He fucked that all up.
That's a goddamn show.
It's you know, saying niggas, you know, niggas, that word niggas got history.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I was saying, I had to get your opinion on something. That seems some wild shit surfing YouTube today. What the fuck is up with Puffy and Jamie Foxx running these motherfucking naked basketball games?
You heard about that, Jay?
Yeah.
Who running them?
Puffy and Jamie Foxx.
Well, Jamie Foxx sick, so I don't know.
This was before the shit got sick. Where the motherfucking pictures allegedly came from motherfucking Jamie Foxx. Because they saying that motherfucking Puffy trying to rub his ass out because he telling too much shit about them parties.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let me throw allegedly in there. Well, motherfucker come back to me.
I never heard nothing like that.
Oh man, this shit is crazy.
That is crazy.
But you know, people wild as shit now these days. So who knows? Anything's possible in the world of politics.
In the world, period.
And definitely on Hoodviewpolitics, the show. We get it from the gutter. Peace to everybody, man. Check us out every Tuesday live for show. We might sneak in your backyard another night. You don't know what night that is. You know what I'm saying?
Never know.
HVP, Hoodviewpolitics, baby. Get your